going on, everybody? This is Morlock, and this is Press Start to Continue. Kind of. I'm doing some audio work for my upcoming show, and I thought I would go online. Why not? Why not, indeed. So, basically what's happening here is I had an interview with AOLyrical a few weeks ago, or a few days ago. I forget. Time is weird. Anyway, I had an interview with him, and now I gotta edit it because it is for Monday's episode. I had a choice between editing this and doing some audio work for Fleet News Service, which I am doing. I'll probably do some of that. I'll probably do that Friday, honestly. Let's see here. But this is easier, and it's a little more relaxing. I wanted to just chill out. So, if you have any questions about what I'm doing, then please let me know. Remember, you can follow Start to Continue at Press Start Lock, or go to facebook.com/Start to Continue if you're interested in more of this sort of stuff. Let's see, what am I gonna play here? Let's do some strings music. Piano and strings. So, yeah. We're gonna have some music in the background. I always like to have that while I'm editing. You can see what I'm doing here. This is Reaper. This is what I use for all my audio work. It's a really great program. If you are interested in using any sort of program, then definitely look at this one. I think it's reaper.fm is the site. There's a 30-day trial, so I like I said, I highly suggest it. Never listened to or watched me edit before. There are a few things that I try to do. One, there are going to be regions, but first, this is going to be one track and this is another track. This top track is both combined, but I record 3 tracks so I can, if there's like a weird clicking sound or if I'm typing or something, then I don't have to cut out the whole thing or just leave it in. So if this is all like typing or something like that, then I can just cut that out easily and leave the rest of the interview on. That is probably me laughing like that. So we're gonna leave that in. So that's me starting off.
The embodiment.
So, let's start off with that one since it's just like.
It's through the embodiment EP.
I need to make sure that 1, I'm not clipping. 2, that both are leveled up. Of You. It's by AOLyrical. It's from his EP Embodiment, the Embodiment EP. And that is on. So we're gonna down that a lot down. And that is on.
The P stood for Pittsburgh, and my friend was just all like, "Yo, that's a whack ass name, yo."
And then you said AOLyrical, and you're like, nah.
I was definitely like, nah.
I was like, not an issue, but like if something's bothering you, if something is, we get really deep in this interview, like talking about depression and struggling through life and stuff. It's really, anytime I interview someone, it's always so interesting. Yeah. Alright, so slow it down. Alright, so let's start off with that one since it's just like, for some reason people like that.
True.
Just hanging out, just like talking about your music and it. Like I said, we're just hanging out. It's just hanging out, just like talking about whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Start here. So, Slowing Down Thinking of You by AOLyrical. Oh no, hold on. That is off of your. Is your EP out yet? Smart.
Yes, it's out.
I mean, like
Very
on
smart.
Spotify, right? Super smart. Slowing Down Thinking of You. It's by AOLyrical. Let's try it again. All right. Here's the start of the. Here is the start of the interview. So I'm gonna cut all this ripple editing, delete that, and because he had ripple editing on, it moved everything back. For now. Now what we're gonna do is make regions. I'm gonna highlight a certain amount and then start making some regions. Always set the color a certain way. Blue means I'm gonna keep it. Red means I'm gonna cut it. Orange means I might cut it from the broadcast, but not the whole thing. Right now, setting up 42. That is gonna be extended because there's gonna be music and stuff in that we'll put in. Yellow, actually, forgot about yellow. Yellow is swears, which this definitely has some. So, we'll just have to make sure mark those off. Slowing Down Thinking of You. It's by AOLyrical. It's from his EP the Embodiment EP. And that is on Spotify and that's another thing. We want to make sure that we're not clipping. That's what that red part was there. We're just gonna take this part, break it down. Barely noticeable. The Embodiment EP. And that is on Spotify and on SoundCloud, and I'm happy to have AOLyrical on Press Start to continue right now. Welcome to the show.
What's up, Morlock? How you doing, yo?
I'm good, and I'm really happy that we could we could have you on. As you know, like I've been talking to Black creatives through the month. It's Black History Month. I'm really glad that we could do this now. It's really great.
Almost there.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
And that needs to go down. I'm too low certain parts. And that is on Spotify and on SoundCloud, and I'm happy to have AOLyrical on Press Start to continue right now. And I'm happy to have AOLyrical on and that is on Spotify and on SoundCloud, and I'm happy to have this is probably gonna be a theme. Shrinking stuff down. Really, editing interviews is really relaxing for me. There's not a lot going on. There's not a lot I have to really think about. Cloud, and I'm happy to have. Is something too loud? Is something too soft? Is it just making sure everything fits together? But I don't have to mix anything. There's no playlist I have to get together. So on Press Start to continue right now. Welcome to. I'm good, and I'm really happy that we could we could have you on. As you know, like I'm really glad that we could do this now. It's really great.
Almost there.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. I've been playing your music for a little bit, and like I said, glad to have you on. But my first question for you is your name. Where did that come from?
Oh man, so
Okay, so that's the intro. You always mark off every section because the month. Need to know. Yeah.
thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. I've been playing your music for a little bit, and like I said, glad to have you on. But my first question. So, I want to make it doesn't really matter like the intro. Like I'm not gonna be cutting that or anything. But knowing where it is and knowing where everything else is really important, just in general. Name origin.
Oh man, so it's hella funny, because when I was in high school, I was I was just chilling with one of my friends. We was just like chilling, drinking and whatnot.
You won.
I was just chilling with one of my friends. We was just like chilling, drinking and whatnot. And my rap name used to be called AO Prince of the P, meaning Pittsburgh, from where I'm from. I'm from the Bay Area, Pittsburgh, California. So the P stands for Pittsburgh. And my friend was just all like, "Yo, that's a whack ass name, yo." And my homie Josh, he's a really good freestyler, and he's doing really good things right now with music. He's doing some Travis Scott shit. But at the end of the day, he was just freestyling, and he was just throwing back names and whatnot. And I was throwing names too, like Ayo the Poet, Ayo the Massacre, or whatever like that, or something. And then he said AOLyrical, and then I was all like, nah. And then like we kept throwing names back, and then I kept saying like, you know what, AOLyrical sounds really catchy. Let me use that. And then he was like, you'll never forget that nigga, because I'm gonna put that up.
All right, so there, I gotta bleep that out.
That nigga, because I'm gonna put that.
You know, I always go back and forth on if I should block that off or not. Right now I'm thinking I should. Like, there are certain times to block out the N-bomb, like, and like the times not to is when you're specifically talking about it, like specifically trying to educate people about it. But just like off the cuff, I'm kind of
Like, you'll never forget that nigga, because I'm
kind of like back and forth about it.
Nigga, that nigga, that nigga. Nigga, that nigga, that nigga. Nigga, 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 nigga.
Twitch is gonna cut me off right there. All right. No, definitely not. Swear. Not really a swear, but it's something I have to bleep, so.
Because I'm gonna put that up. I'm gonna be the one to remind you. I'm gonna be like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna tell the story. So here it is.
So let me get this straight. You were AOP to the P?
Nah, Prince of the P.
Prince of the P.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so there's that little clip there. Get rid of that. P to the P?
Nah, Prince of the P.
Prince of the P.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really good that there was little disruptions.
Prince of the P.
Prince of the P.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really good that you changed your name. And then you said AOLyrical, and you're like, nah.
Mm-hmm. I was definitely like, nah. I was
That's...
all like, I'm not feeling it. And then I went back to it. I was like, you know what? That sounds really catchy. You motherfucker. You motherfucker.
Okay, so there's that there. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of yellow in this one, I can tell.
See you, motherfucker.
Son of a, you got me again.
I know, right?
That's cool. So I mean, how long you been performing and engineering and writing and all that? Like, when did you start doing like nerdcore stuff?
So I started rapping at the age of 12. I started recording in 2010. I was really offbeat. Offbeat, didn't have it right and whatnot. And then I started doing nerdcore around 2013, 14, probably 13, the end of 13, because first of all, my favorite rapper of all time is Charles Hamilton, and he does a bunch of Sonic the Hedgehog references, and I've been listening to him since I've been in the 8th grade, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like my first definition of like nerdcore rap. I just didn't know the term back then until my adult years, and then I started finding out more different artists that I'll tell you about later.
Okay. So that's so you started off just doing your best when you're 12.
Started, yup.
And so there's like a little hitch there.
My adult years, different artists that I'll tell you about later.
Okay. So make this sound a
Tell you about later.
Okay. So that's so you started off just doing your best when you're 12. I think we're gonna be doing this a lot. You started off just doing your best when you're 12. Yes, there we can cut that out. Your best when you're 12.
Started, yup.
Oh, and I forgot this. Right now I'm adding special effects, or an effects chain, which is just a whole, like, just a few things. Now, here's what it sounds with the chain. So that's so you started off just yes, this is without. So that's so you started off just a little more tinny, and if there's any background noise, it's gonna cut that out. But I'm gonna switch to this window capture, because this way you'll be able to see any menus or anything I have open.
I know, right? Started, yup.
So that's so you started off just doing your best when you're 12.
Started, yup.
And then like 13. But so
just started writing lyrics at 12, really.
Yeah. So
started, yup.
And then like 13. But so
just started writing lyrics at 12, really.
Yeah. So can I make that sound better? And then like 13. But so
just started writing lyrics at 12, really.
Yeah. So do you perform a lot? Do you do more like engineering and stuff? So
nerdcore around.
How long you been performing and
I know, right?
That's cool. So I mean, how long you been? So that's the end of one section. Second section is third section is what are we gonna call this? In the game. How about that? This is how long you been performing and engineering and writing and all that? Like when did you start doing like nerdcore stuff?
So I started rapping at the age of 12. I started.
Engineering and writing and all that. Like when did you start doing like nerdcore stuff? Engineering and writing and all that. Like when did you start doing like nerdcore stuff? All right, so one of these effects things is cutting me off at the end. Engineering and writing and all that. Like when did you start? It's the regate here. Put that down. Anything that happens below the gate is writing and all. Like when did yeah no anything that's below this line doesn't get heard. Engineering and writing and all that. Like when did you start doing like nerdcore stuff? So you can hear it kind of go off. And this is really good because it takes out any pops or clicks that one reefer doesn't get. Which is engineering and writing and all that. Like when did you start this red line, anything below that doesn't get heard. So it kind of strips out any background humming or anything, which is really important because I have a lot of that on my computer. Not a lot, worse on my old one. But yeah. So engineering and writing and all that. Like when did you start doing like nerdcore stuff? So we're going to put that. Let's put that down to -30. And writing and all that. Like when did you start doing like nerdcore stuff?
So I
Much
started
better.
rapping at the age of 12. I started recording in 2010. I was really offbeat. Offbeat, didn't have it right and whatnot. And then I started doing nerdcore around 2013, 14, probably 13, the end of 13, because first of all, my favorite rapper of all time is Charles Hamilton, and he does a bunch of Sonic the Hedgehog references, and I've been listening to him since I've been in the 8th grade, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like my first definition of like nerdcore rap. I just didn't know the term back then until my adult years, and then I started finding out more different artists that I'll tell you about later.
Okay. So that's so you started off just doing your best when you're 12.
Started yup,
And
doing
then
my
like
best when I was
13.
12.
What
Just
so
started writing lyrics at 12, really.
yeah. So do you perform like engineering and stuff, or
Yes, I
what do you perform a lot? Do you do more like engineering and stuff, or
Yes, I perform a lot. My biggest achievement to date was opening it up for Travis Scott and Casey Veggies and in
nice?
Oakland at the News Parish. I opened up for Richie. I opened up for Megaran and None Like Joshua,
Mm-hmm.
um, and whatnot. So I do shows and whatnot. Like my biggest year of doing shows was in between 2012 and 2015. I did about like 40 to 50 shows that though in between those years. I kind of took a time off because I kind of used to be off beat a little bit, didn't have my cadence right, and now I got it fully where it's at and still growing, elevating on top of that. So now I'm getting back into doing shows and more like that.
So you were doing you in one year you did like 40 shows.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good that you survived.
Mhm.
That's crazy. That's almost it. It's like right, there's a clip right there. No, none of that. there. See if that works. That's crazy. That's almost it's like almost a show a week, yeah?
Right.
Jesus.
We had one of my, before I got in my rap group that I am in now. I was part of this other rap group back in the day, in between those years, named called EVR, Invader Records, and the main guy, he was pretty much like a youth leader in Oakland, California, and he had a bunch of like venues, places where we can go to perform and do all that stuff and whatnot. He had a place in like a community center up in Oakland for about like every week, every Thursday, and just local artists with just talent, anybody could perform. And we just did that, and we made it like an actual venue where people could get paid and all that type of stuff. And we just
It's really cool. Forget. I mean, it's good that you survived. Right, so let's back this up.
more like that.
So you were just clicking. What's happening here? Try to isolate as much as I can, but I think it's just coming from his computer. Not much I can do.
Like that.
So you were doing.
So now I'm getting back.
Or he might just be thirsty.
Note from Megaran and None Like Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
And whatnot. So
Okay. Well, like when did you start doing like nerdcore stuff?
So I started rapping at the age of 12. I started recording in 2010. I was 10.
Okay, so I'm not really hearing a lot of it.
Back into doing shows and more like that.
So you were doing you in 1 year you did like 40 shows?
Yeah.
I don't know what to name this one yet. So many shows. Because that's a lot. So much. I think this will be orange for now. I might put it back. That's crazy. That's almost it's like almost a show a week, yeah?
Right.
Jesus.
We had one of my, before I got in my rap group that I am in now. I was part of this other rap group back in the day, in between those years, named called EVR, Invader Record Label.
Hold on, I want to do something real quick. What was that last song? I think that was
Beyond the frozen fields, I clearly
right.
see the end of our misery, part
Okay.
of the place.
Anytime I hear something vocal, then I want to make sure that I catch it.
He was pretty much like a youth leader in Oakland, California, and he had a bunch of like venues, places where we can go to perform and do all that stuff and whatnot. He had a place in like a community center up in Oakland for about like every week, every Thursday, and just local artists with just talent, anybody could perform. And we just did that, and we made it like an actual venue where people could get paid and all that type of stuff. And we just went on from there.
Wow.
You know.
And that was like 2013 to 2015, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you were that was your old rap group. You're in the Otaku gang, yeah?
Yeah.
When you so so you mentioned that you were that was your AOLyrical pit. You're in the Otaku gang, yeah? So let's stop there. But I might have to turn that back to blue just because. Ah. Gangs, color, blue. Okay.
Yeah.
When did you join up with them?
Oh man, I'm a little high right now, so excuse me if I
No problem.
forget. But I joined.
I am gonna take that part out.
Yeah.
When did you join up with them? All right, so.
Oh man, I'm a little high right now, so excuse me if I
No
forget.
problem.
But I joined alongside my brother, Nightwing.
Stu.
I joined.
Yeah. So red is for cut, and I have a macro set up. So anytime I put cut in for a region, it turns red. There you go.
Oh man, I'm a little high right now, so excuse me if I
No
forget.
problem.
But I joined.
I don't know if I should keep that in or not. Like for the, should it be cut out completely? I want to cut out it completely.
I joined alongside my brother. Yeah.
When did you join up with them?
I joined
Yeah, that sounds good.
alongside my brother, Nightwing, around 2016. The end of 2016. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Richie gave us a text, and it was really dope and amazing.
you guys joined at the same time, or
Yeah, we joined at the same time.
And well, Nightwing, friend of the show, he's been on a couple times, and so were you working a lot together before joining Utaka Gang?
Yeah, we met just off the strength of Richie, pretty much. Not like off of Richie, but off of Richie's music, I should say. I was so the way that
That one.
I should say
Audio editing is I have an exercise in kind of. I can hear that. It bothers me.
like off the Richie, but off of say
There we go.
I was so the way that I met Richie was through a contest he was holding back in 2014 or so, and I was the first guy to drop like the song for his contest, like, and then he gave me a shout out, and that's how I got in his presence. A couple of years ago, about 2015, I was on YouTube, on SoundCloud, and I was just checking out some dope ass rappers. And I go on Facebook and I see somebody post this one guy named Maverick the Ronin, and I'm like, yo, this guy is really, really dope, and he's using some of the beats that I'm gonna use that I never released, and I'm like, so I kind of got.
That's hilarious. See if that works.
So I kind of got mad, but he saw one of my songs because we was friends and stuff. And he saw one of my songs that I did to Richie Branson's Attack on Titan song, and that was my. Richie Branson's Attack on Titan song, and that was my first entry. And he was all like, "Yo, how the heck did you get these Richie beats? And I want to rap on them and stuff." And I was all like, "Yo, he held a contest, and blase blah and yada yada. One thing led to another. I sent him a link and he liked it, and then me and him started really talking. And when you talk to Nightwing next time, you could ask him more about it. I don't want to take nothing from him.
No worries.
Sorry.
All right. That sounds pretty, like, just the way that. Shrink that down. By the way, anybody that's watching, if you want to say anything, just chat or anything like that, just pipe up. No worries. This is just pretty much what it's gonna be. No worries.
Sorry.
All right. That sounds pretty, like, just the way that groups can form can be, like, really organic, like, just out of nowhere. It just grows, and then it just becomes this, like, really solid thing. It's really great. I mean, you guys
Exactly.
really play off each other really well.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you have just play a snippet of it, but you have that song with him, The Gentleman versus the Buffalo,
Mhm.
the Street Fighter album from Otaku Gang, Street Fighter
Yeah.
Rivals. That's really, I think I've just played that last month
On the last
or
show.
something. Yeah, it's really awesome.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. All right. But one song that, so we're gonna for that gentleman. Wrong window. There we go. Gentleman and the Buffalo versus Buffalo. Here we go. I'm gonna put that just here. We're gonna make a new track. Music. That is also that is also a macro I have. Music tracks always red. Oh, I know. Let's see. Where did I put that?
Nightwing next time, you could ask him more about it. I don't want to take nothing from him.
No worries. That sounds pretty, like, just the groups can form, like, just becomes this, like, really play off each other really well.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you have just play a snippet of it, but you have that song with him, The Gentleman versus the Buffalo,
Mhm.
the Street Fighter album from Otaku Gang, Street Fighter
Yeah.
Rivals. That's really, I think I've just played that last month.
On the last.
Alright, so I think I'll cut it in. Street Fighter album from Otaku Gang, Street Fighter
Yeah.
Rivals. That's really
Right there.
I'm cutting everything, and I'm gonna move everything there. All right, I'm only gonna play like a minute of it or something. I don't really to start anyway.
I ain't really trying to fight. I'm wondering who went and stole my car last night. Yeah, then hit him with a right. Please believe the hype, I knock you out by third strike. Yeah, I ain't really trying to fight. I'm wondering who went and stole my car last night. Yeah, then hit him with a right. Please believe the hype, I knock you out by third strike. Excuse me, do you know who stole my whip? If you do, tell the truth and make it quick. It's a red sports car, so it drives steak. I got the car from my pop, so it's a gift. Like, really, you couldn't miss it. and I'm really not for the mischief. You looking like you a misfit. I'm getting aggravated for the fact that my baby's missing. Why the act is so weird? You looking really suspicious. What? I ain't paying for the info. Be a gentleman and help then. Is that simple? A bull stance. Why you jumping out the window? Fine, we could dance. You'll be out by the third blow. Wait, you're the boxer that's from Shadowloo, the one that headbutts his opponents. I just rather rule. With my combos, I know I'll cross counter you. Corkscrew blow. I'll beat you in this battle, fool. I ain't really trying to fight. I'm wondering who went and stole my car last night. Yeah, then hit him with a right. Please believe the hype, I knock you out by third strike. Yeah, I ain't really trying to fight. I'm wondering who went and stole my car last night. Yeah, then hit him with a right. Please believe the hype, I knock you out by third strike.
I got a bad temper, so let's make this quick. You're looking for your car, I got nothing to do with it. Let me finish my.
Yeah, so where am I gonna cut this? Let's shrink this down a little.
You a misfit. I'm getting aggravated for the fact that my baby's missing. Why the act is so weird? You looking really suspicious. What? I ain't paying for the info. Be a gentleman and help then. Is that simple? A bull stance. Why you jumping out the window? Fine, we could dance. You'll be out by the third blow. Wait, you're the boxer that's from Shadowloo, the one that headbutts his opponents. I just rather rule. With my combos, I know I'll cross counter you. Corkscrew blow. I'll beat you in this battle, fool. I ain't really trying to fight. I'm wondering who went and stole my car last night.
I think I'll cut it here.
I ain't really trying to fight. I ain't really trying to fight. When this battle, fool.
Right before this symbol.
I ain't really trying to fight.
Let's see how this sounds. Otaku Gang,
Yeah.
for their rivals.
I ain't really trying to fight. I'm wondering.
Album from Otaku Gang, for
Yeah.
their rivals.
I ain't really trying to fight.
Album from Otaku Gang, for
Yeah.
their rivals.
I ain't really trying to fight. I'm wondering who went and stole my car last night. Yeah, then hit him with a right. Please believe the hype, I knock you out by third strike. Yeah, I ain't really trying to fight. I'm wondering who went and stole my car last night. Yeah, then hit him with a right. Please believe the hype, I knock you out by third strike.
I got a bad temper, so let's make this quick. You're looking for your car, I got nothing to do with it. Let me finish my drink and let's handle this. I'm a champ, mustache, don't get me aggravated. I think your car is somewhere in heaven. I parked over by the bay. I don't know, fella. Get away from me, I'm getting really pissed off. I'ma strike you with this ultimate buffalo in my arms. I'm a wrecking ball, you're about to crawl. Why oppose me when I'm not even involved? I'm taking you on, sending a spawn of ass whoopings. I wanna gamble all night, but you're interrupting. The scene to be, the facts is straight, I'm mad. I'm going crazy with the same attacks. Buffalo ain't taking smack or flag. Gonna give you a fucking injured back.
I ain't really trying to fight. I'm wondering who went and stole.
Alright, so I think I'll just have his verse. Stop.
Flag gonna give you a fucking injured back.
I ain't really trying to fight. I'm wondering who went and stole my car last night. Yeah.
Fade out there.
Flag gonna give you a fucking injured back.
I ain't really trying to fight. I'm wondering who went and stole my car last night. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good. How long is that? It's 1 minute? Perfect. Just a minute. Excellent. Exactly what I want. Alright.
Stole my car last night.
That's really, I think I've just played that last month.
On the last
or
show.
something. Yeah. It's really awesome.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. But one song that actually I think it would be better to split it here. Drag all this stuff. Rejoin this. That'd be normal. Then have it fade out there. Then there. See how this sounds. It's really awesome. It's really awesome.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, and then I'll cut out the Let's move this here. And yeah, it's really awesome.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
On the last show.
Something. Yeah, it was really awesome.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's too much. Barely hear.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, then hit him with a right. Please believe the hype, I knock you out by third strike. Yeah, I ain't really trying to fight. I'm wondering who went and stole my car last night. Yeah, then hit him with a right. Please believe the hype, I knock you out by third strike.
I got a bad temper, so let's make this quick. You're looking for your car, I got nothing to do with it. Let me finish my drink and let's handle this. I'm a champ, mustache, don't get me aggravated. I think your car is somewhere in heaven. I parked over by the bank of tax. Buffalo ain't taking smack.
Ooh. Sped it up some. I hit a key, sped it up.
Saying a tax. Buffalo ain't taking smack or flag. Gonna give you a fucking injured back.
I ain't really trying to fight. I'm wondering who went and stole my car last night.
But one song that. Let's see.
I'm wondering who went and stole my car
But
last
one
night.
song that I wanted to see if I can.
Fucking injured back.
I ain't really trying to fight.
But one song that I wanted to really get to That sounds better. was excuse me. Uh-oh. Brain fart. But one song I really want to get to. Excellent. Super profesh. All right, so let's try that again.
You a fucking injured back.
I ain't really trying to fight. I'm wondering who went and stole my car.
But one song I really want to get to, first of all, was Messiah or Rap.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell me anything about that?
All right. So when I was working on that song, I was pretty much really, really, really angry. And
All right, so this is gonna be Messiah or Rap. It's definitely blue. Bam. Bam. All right.
a bunch of songs in like a span of like 2 days. I recorded probably like 10 songs in the 2 days. And that song came to me because I was really mad. I found the beat probably like last year. I wrote the first verse and I started getting really mad, like hearing all these other anime rappers like get kind of like more shine than me. So I started making like Messiah rap. Like I had a good run in 2014 and all that type of stuff, but I just made a song called Messiah Rap. I've been gone for a really long time. I just came back just to show people I'm not playing around anymore.
Mhm.
So yeah, and I'm just spinning some dope bars.
Damn straight. All right, so let's listen to that right now. This is Messiah or Rap. I'm talking to AOLyrical, and you're listening to Press Start to continue.
Yep.
Okay, so now we put
Alright,
it
so
song.
that's cut. Alright, there we go.
You're really good.
X.
So water break.
You're listening to Press Start to continue.
There it is. Let's cut that out. Let's Messiah Rap. AOLyrical. There it is. Go. I learned something new. The P key, because I missed Alt P. I press FN key. P key is a pan. I'll need to use later. Another project.
That's pretty awesome. Lyrical, and you're listening to Press Start to continue.
Yep.
My pen strikes.
Let's see. This kind of want to get his yap right in the middle, right?
Some dope bars.
Damn straight. All right, so let's listen to that right now. This is Messiah or Rap. I'm talking to AOLyrical, and you're listening to Press Start to continue.
Yep.
My pen strikes.
Nah. This is Messiah or Rap. I'm talking to Messiah or Rap. This is Messiah or Rap. I'm offbeat from Rap. Right now, this is Messiah or Rap. I'm talking to AOLyrical, and you're listening to Press Start to continue.
Yep.
My pen strikes fear in the one that lacks talent. If you got any bars, then bring the right protection. Saying that for your reflection, it's about to get reckless. Pinpoint aim, let the ink.
You're listening to Press Start to continue. That actually sounds pretty good coming in. Let's with it a little bit. You're listening to Press Start to. You're listening to Press Start to. You're listening to Press Start to. You're listening to Press Start to continue. You're listening to Press Start to continue. That was Messiah or Rap. That's good, right there. It's back on. By AOLyrical, and I'm happy to have him on the show right now. Welcome to Press Start to continue, AOLyrical.
Word up, word up.
And can you tell me anything more about, like, I know that you said before that was Messiah Rap second shift. Rap. Part 2. I know that you said before that that Messiah Rap came from a place like, right, that part out. By the way, if you're just joining in, my name is Marlock, and you're listening to me editing interview I had with AOLyrical, a nerdcore artist, that will this coming Monday. That that Messiah. Just making sure that everything sounds good, cutting out some of the swearing, and trying to identify parts that can be cut out of the broadcast version, because we've already added, like, what's this? This is 3 minutes. That's 4. We've already added like 4 minutes onto the runtime, which is now 46. So there's gonna be some parts in here that we can cut out. Rap by AOLyrical. I forgot to turn off my BattleNet. Oh god. You were kind of upset that oh man, I can't believe. Hold up. You know what's really funny?
What's up?
Oh man. I could have now. I forgot to turn off my BattleNet program, and one of my friends just went into Overwatch, so then it had that chime that got recorded. All right, so let's see. And you're listening to Press Start. Okay, so we're gonna cut off this whole last thing. Right. Well, good. Try this again. And you're listening to Press Start to continue. And you're listening to Press Start. And you're listening to Press Start. And you're listening to Press Start to continue. This is Morlock, and I'm talking to AOLyrical. We just heard Messiah or Rap. One, thank you for being on the show once again.
It's all good, man. Thank you for having me again.
And I wanted to ask you more about that. Before you said it came, like when you were making the song, it came from a place of like, you wanted to have like a big coming out, like a I'm back kind of thing, and you were one, the waveform back to somewhere that makes more sense. Two, clip somewhere here really bad. Here and out, like I'm
That's it.
down a, like a big coming out, like I'm back kind of thing, and you were thinking about how different anime rappers were getting more attention, basically. Is that
Yeah, pretty much. Well, sounding better.
It's on there. Is that
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
sounding better. Sounding like a little kid.
So, I mean, can you tell me any more about like the process of making that? Like, did you just furiously write it down at like 4 a.m. or did that come to you like over the course of time, like the different lyrics?
So the first verse I wrote probably like a year ago when I found the beat, and then I was just all like, the first verse like completely, I was just like really spitting some like dope ass lyrics. Then I sat on the beat for like another year for some reason. Like I was just like recording like another song, like more songs and whatnot.
Click.
Lyrics. Then I sat on the beat for like another year for some reason. Like I was just like recording like another song, like more songs and whatnot. And I kept hearing more of like these other anime rappers.
No, I might. You know what I might do? I might put a Rike on him. Oh. Friend Spence gave me these settings. They work really well. But I have to turn that down.
More songs.
Okay, so what you're supposed to do, highlight like the middle amount, like right there. Put it right above.
And I kept hearing more of like these other anime rappers, you know, get more shine, like I said, and Wutu and stuff. So I just wrote this dope, quick verse that was just really good, and I just started like.
That takes out any of those little pops or anything that, like right here. Let's listen just to him. You can still hear it. All right, so let's try that again. There we go. You can't hear it anymore.
It was just like recording like another song, like more songs and whatnot. And I kept hearing more of like these other anime rappers, you know, get more shine, like I said, and Wutu and stuff. So I just wrote this dope, quick verse that was just really good, and I just started like saying all my little achievements and my accolades and whatnot, showing off basically. And and yeah, I just finished the song about like 15 minutes. Yeah.
$15.
Saying all my little achievements and my accolades and whatnot, showing off basically. And and yeah, I just finished the song about like 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Dang, all right. I think I need to cut that down a little. Doesn't clip, but kind of shocking. Try to edit stuff like this in terms of just me being a listener. Like, what am I gonna like hearing? And I would be like, ugh, dang, all right. Might actually just cut that out. Dang, all right. His whole time. So I'm okay. Yeah, that sounds better. This time. His whole time. So I mean, you had the beat, just like basically like rattle around your head for a little while, and then just something just hit you, and
Yep.
you just got it all down. I don't want to put any more. I don't want to put the gate anymore, so I'm gonna cut that part out. Hit you, and
Yep.
you just got it all down.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
nice.
much.
One thing that I've learned editing like this is that anytime that you cut, sounds good, cut it, that saves, got it all down.
Yeah.
It just saves some time, it makes it sound better, and all those little half seconds add up to 30 seconds that you saved. Got it all down.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
nice.
much.
Oh,
Just had it in my layer.
got it all down. Try not to do it too much. I can cut off a lot. Oh,
Just had it in my layer.
just trying to flex a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, just talking about like the come back to like anime rap or like nerdcore, you know, like we play on the show. The first thing I want about that is, what does nerdcore mean to you? What is that? On the show, the first thing I want about on the show, the first thing I want about that is, it kind of cut off there. That's not good. Music's loud. I want about that is, what does nerdcore mean to you? Like, when someone asks you, like, if I'm like, I don't know anything about it. Just trying to flex a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, just talk nerdcore about anything. I don't know anything about it. What's that? I don't know anything about it, about nerdcore or nerdy rap or anything. And I come up to you and say, like, what is it that you do? how would you say, how would you describe nerd? Would you describe nerd? Man, what would you describe nerdcore to me? What is with this right here? I must have been like getting far away from the describe nerdcore to me. Must have been getting farther away from the mic or something. Something. What's up? I can actually hear it. To me. Describe nerdcore to me. How would you describe nerd to me? How would you describe nerdcore to me?
So
I think that's the only thing I can. That. So I this up even more.
Describe nerdcore to me.
It sounds weird. I like it.
Describe nerdcore to me.
so the way that I describe nerdcore nowadays, since I got a better understanding of it and I'm more in the field, the way that I describe it is being yourself. When you be yourself, you could just evolve anywhere. Because when I first heard Charles Hamilton, he was being himself. He was rapping about Sonic the Hedgehog. He was rapping about the Dark Knight, rapping about like just a lot of nerdy references, and whatnot. So he's the one that made it cool to like just express your feelings and like cry on tracks and stuff from me. Then when I got older, and I started listening to Richie and Sky Blue. What I don't consider Sky Blue a nerdcore artist, but he's just an artist. But he uses a lot of nerdy references.
Mm-hmm.
And Megaran, like Richie made it cool to be, cool to like smoke on songs and say you're a nerd and you like weed and all that type of stuff. Sky Blue is like the lyrical epitome of like just putting your thoughts down,
Mm-hmm.
getting your words out and getting your references out. And then Magaran, he is like the black.
Got to mark that was so interesting. Got to mark down this region.
Well, just talking about like the like come back to like anime rap or like
I always ask people what this is, like what they think. Like everybody has such interesting definition. It's different for a lot of people, a lot of reasons.
When you be yourself, you could just is like the lyrical epitome of like just putting your thoughts down,
mm-hmm.
getting your words out and getting your references out. And then Magaran, he is like the black god of like nerdcore. Like he probably not even the black god of nerdcore. He is the god of nerdcore. Like that guy, that man knows how to put his words really, really right on point.
Mm-hmm.
Sky Blue paints the sky blue. Richie gives you a vivid picture of what he's doing and gives you that it's cool. It's okay to be a nerd. It's cool to be a geek. It's cool to be lasers. It's really cool to be all that type of stuff. Like it's really good to be an otaku. For real.
Yeah. Like
So that's
taking
what
the stigma
otaku-
off of it.
That's what otaku nerdcore rap means to me.
So it's interesting the way that you describe that as
That cough out.
Nerdcore rap means to me.
So it's interesting the way that you describe that as like painting a picture, like expressing it like an image. Is that how you approach making your music, like trying to create a picture in someone's head?
That's what otaku nerdcore rap means to me.
Okay, so that's another one. This image section might be on the chopping block. I'm not sure yet. It's so hard just knocking stuff off, I swear. One of the hardest things about doing interviews like
an image.
Mhm.
Is that how you approach making your music? Like trying to create a picture in someone's head while they're listening to your music?
Pretty much, yeah. Nowadays, like if you listen to my new EP that we'll get into in a minute, that will definitely describe what I'm saying and will paint a vivid picture. My EP doesn't really have any anime references. I wasn't trying to go for the nerdcore route on that,
Mm-hmm.
but what I'm saying you will definitely feel in that EP, and it's only 4 tracks.
Okay. Um, well, I wanted to actually that this also occurs to me. You said that you don't really consider Sky Blue a nerdcore. I wanted to actually that this also occurs to me. I don't know what was going on with my mic right there. I really don't. I wanted to actually that this also occurs to me. You said that you don't really consider.
In that EP, and it's only 4 tracks.
Okay. Well, I wanted to actually that this. Can I cut this part? It's okay thing.
Four tracks.
Well, I wanted cut out that. I just sound like an idiot. Let's cut out the whole thing.
And it's only 4 tracks.
I wanted to actually that you said that you don't really consider Sky Blue a nerdcore rapper. I cut out.
That EP, and it's only 4 tracks.
You said that you don't really consider Sky Blue a nerdcore rapper. Why is that? Thick. Blue a nerdcore rapper. Why is that? Let's cut the whole thing out. Undertale, nice. You said that you don't really consider Sky Blue a nerdcore rapper. Why is that? I should start asking people if they consider themselves nerdcore. Because some artists don't like it. Blue a nerdcore rapper. Why is that?
The reason I say it is because he doesn't want to be considered in that nerdcore box. You know what I mean? So
Sky Blue core. Nerdcore? I want to get the interview around 30 minutes, so see what we cut out, what we stay in.
so box. You know what I mean? So like the way that so like the way that I'm approaching things now is more about, and I'm learning from my big brothers in nerdcore, is about not learning just to make the dopest nerdcore song with, like, say if I just make like a just like a a Pokemon song or so,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna be categorized in that Pokemon anime rap box or so, when I can just make anime waves, make nerd waves, make otaku waves, and really get into the wave. When I say wave, for me, when I say wave, it's more of understanding the listener, giving the listener what they want, but at the same time of like fulfilling what the artist needs is at the same time. You know what
Okay, that is definitely gonna be. I get it. Okay. It's giving the artist what they need. That's really interesting.
into the sorry, I'm kind of lit too.
That's all right.
Oh man, we're all having fun though.
Yeah.
So when I get more into yeah, give me 1 second. Understanding the listener, giving the listener what they want, but at the same time of like fulfilling what the artist needs is at the same time. You know what I mean?
Could you go more into that?
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
All right. So, taking a drink there.
So when I get more into
So we'll cut this out. Oh shit. A high lit. That all the way here. 3. Here we go.
same time. You know what I mean?
Could you go more into that?
So when I get more into what I'm saying, it's just more of like just getting into just more about so you know when Richie was dropping his Otaku Tuesdays.
I think we're gonna cut out this. It's just trying to sort his thoughts out there.
I mean,
could you go more into that?
So you know when Richie was dropping his Otaku Tuesdays almost every Tuesdays a couple years ago,
Mm-hmm.
it would just be more focused on like anime songs where it's just like he makes like a JoJo Bizarre Adventure or like a Gundam song. He's actually saying some really dope third eye opening messages in those songs and whatnot, and he's giving the listener what they want as an otaku like geek, nerd reference. When you watch your AMV hip hop rap video, you're looking at the picture of the you're looking at the video of the of what he's talking about. He's not really like painting the wave right then and that point of what he's doing now. He's talking about his life, his life changing successes and his depression. And I hate the way that I rap, but I love the way that I rap now.
Mm-hmm.
type of phase. It's like more of like, and he's still giving you guys what you love, as well as me. He's giving you the anime references that everybody loves, but it's more of in a wave now, instead of just here's a song about an anime character or an anime show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's giving you more in depth feel of what he's going through.
So
instead of an anime character.
So basically, instead of nerdy rapper, it's rapper. This is one of my favorite songs. This piano thing. It's called. It's too perfect for piano. Yeah. Yeah, I love playing this one. Instead of nerdy rapper, it's rapper who is nerdy.
Right.
Like you're just making songs, and sometimes they'll probably, because you're a nerd, like they'll have different references, but you're not specifically trying to make a nerdcore song.
Right. But at the same time, it's like
that?
Right.
For song.
Right. But at the same time, it's like you're still giving the people what they love, and at the same time you're giving yourself satisfaction of what you love enjoying doing too.
Yeah.
It's like for instance, one of my songs on the animated song, the universe is mine.
Mhm.
I was going more into a way of feel instead of just rapping about Hunter x Hunter. I was just rapping about like more of the meditation, more of the universe, traveling the world of Hunter x Hunter and my reality and stuff like that, and giving you the Nin talk, I'm giving you the Ren talk and all that type of stuff, while I'm saying like other anime references and nerdy references, like I'm playing Digimon training by waterfalls and stuff like that, you
Yeah.
know. So it's more of like an open world song more than just a Hunter x Hunter song. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
more of the feel and more of the vibe of it. You know, when you listen to that song, I want to take you on like a trip through the galaxy of where I'm coming from and like what I'm doing, and like I'm training under waterfalls and doing heck of other stuff and traveling the universe. I'm taking my time, and you know, I'm just being patient and all that type of stuff.
You just, like you said, you're trying to paint a picture, to
Yeah.
get an image of what you're trying to convey in people's.
Yeah, shorter version.
So loud. So very loud. Oh my god. So loud. Too loud. Really. Alright. Yeah, that was way too loud. 8.4. Jesus.
Yeah, shorter version.
So going off of that, obviously, like, having like,
Whoa. What was that?
obviously, like, having like, black people, on the. Going off of that, obviously, like, having like, black people, on the show, and I try just on the show in general. I try
To...
going off of, so going off of that, obviously, like, having like, black people, on the show, and I try just on the show in general. I try to play more black creatives and or people of color and women, like, more than anything else. But how is being a black man like affected your craft?
Alright. Here's the big question. Definitely gonna have. How long is this right now? It's still like 46 minutes. Ugh. It's gonna be longer. I'm definitely gonna have to cut some more stuff. Maybe the giving the artist what they need part, I think.
Now instead of just here's
It might be this. See, and that's why you mark everything off, because it could be like there might be a part where you're like, oh, I'm definitely leaving, but then there's other stuff that's more important. You know, ugh, fine, I gotta cut that out. It sucks.
Like, you know, like, we're, as black nerds, we're kind of like, it's more accepting now, but it hasn't always been.
Right.
And I always think like that might affect how people approach like nerdcore or hip hop that has nerdy elements. So how's that affected you?
So it affects me more more than anything because I in a more negative way because I suffer through depression. I go see therapists and psychiatrists and whatnot, and I encourage anyone that is feeling down or feeling alone to really go talk to somebody. Definitely, talking to somebody really helps foremost and more than anything. It affects me because I've been on the downside lately where I lost my job last year and all that type of stuff, and I want to record music when I'm depressed, but sometimes I can't because I want to do the things that I want to do. So my creative side really reflects on that. I got my car repoed from my habits, but we're African American and we actually deal with things in the community. Like I said, I lost my job for insignificant reasons that weren't my fault, and that really took a toll on me. And now I'm in a good position thanks to my big brother, the rap nerd, and all that. More negative way.
I like that there's that thoughtful pause, but it's a little too long for my purposes.
Negative way because I suffer through depression. Talking to somebody really helps foremost, and so my creative side really reflects on that. I got my car repoed from my habits, but we're African American and we actually deal with things in the community. Like I said, I lost my job for insignificant reasons that weren't my fault, and that really took a toll on me. And now I'm in a good position thanks to my big brother, the rap nerd, and all that and whatnot. But he hooked me up in a position where my mood started changing and started growing again, and I'm learning more throughout the day. So when depression hits me, sometimes I can't really work my craft like the way that I want it. But I tell you what, when I am depressed and I do work on my craft, it's probably one of the best projects that I would probably put together when I'm in that feeling because I'm really pissed off. For one, I'm really upset. I feel like I want to cry. That's the best way to get your music out sometimes. So, like I said in the beginning, it affects me because I'm Black, and whoever's listening to this, like, you might be going through the same things that I'm going through. It might be, you might be going through some harder things, or some less insignificant things, but it might be big to you, and that really means a whole lot.
That's right.
So I encourage everybody to really get some help and really talk to somebody.
That's something I actually, just on the side, that's something I actually try to tell people, or I try to say anytime someone says like first world problem, something like that. It's you have it's something that is affecting. It's a little tangent that really doesn't need to be. I don't know. Not really. I'm gonna cut something out. I did something I really believe, that basically, if you first world problems don't exist. That's not a thing. If something is a problem, something that is screwing up your life, and that is not something to discount, and that's not something to like gloss over. Like if you can't find the remote, that's one thing. That's just, that's an annoyance. But if you are saying, I can't make my house payment, or like I can't pay my rent because my credit cards are overdrawn or something. People are like, oh, it sounds like a first world problem. You can still, like if you can still pay your bills, but it's really hard, it's still really hard. Like there's a first world problem is a problem that still affects you. So why demean it? Just because you're better off than some people doesn't mean that important.
Exactly.
You know? Like it, like respect. It's enough to say, you know, if you have an issue, like thing is right, that respect yourself and others enough to say, you know, like if you have an issue, like not an issue, but like if something's bothering you, something is affecting you negatively, then one, that's okay. And it happens to everybody. And two, it's good to get help. I mean, I know so many people that are able to see a therapist and able to see a psychiatrist or something, and it's done the world of good. So anybody that's listening, like I said, if you're thinking that maybe, I think, I mean, I know so many people right there that are able to see a therapist and able to see a psychiatrist. So we're gonna end it here.
Get some help and really talk to somebody.
I mean, I know so many people that are able to see a therapist and able to see a psychiatrist or something, and it's done the world of good. So anybody that's listening, like I said, if you're thinking that maybe you should see someone, try it. See how it goes. If you have the option, if you have the insurance or whatever, just try it. See how it goes.
Please.
Because seriously, if anybody ever thinks, oh, maybe I should see a therapist, then you probably should see a therapist.
Right. Exactly. And another
This really came out of nowhere. Like when I was in it, I was like, okay, we're talking about depression and therapy. Good. But it was I didn't know that we were gonna go there.
Exactly. And another point that I want to exactly. And another exactly. And another
Yeah, almost. There we go.
Exactly. And another point that I want to point out too is talking to anybody, but at the same time, for me personally, I talk to my friends and they can't really, you know, sometimes they don't really relate to what I'm going through, or not, they don't have to relate to what I'm going through, but they, you know, sometimes they're not on the same like page as me, and talking to a friend always helps. But if that friend is not like giving you like, not like advice, or just not letting you talk your words and letting you get out all your things, and he's giving you more advice than what you're explaining to him what the problem is, I think you really should go see somebody really professional.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna turn this orange. Just looking at him like, this is really long. This is getting really long. Anybody ever thinks, oh, maybe I should see it, like someone that's outside your sphere to talk to.
Talk to a doctor professional. I used to be the guy that hated going to see therapists and stuff, but now I am a total advocate about it. Meds and all that, that's a whole different story. If you really need meds, take it and whatnot, but talk to a doctor as well for that. I'm not no doctor, so I can't speak on that. But at the same time, like sometimes talking to a professional is better than talking to a friend, depending on the friend's ways and depending on the friend's point of view as well. You know,
Good to have like an impartial person, like someone that's outside your sphere to talk to.
Exactly.
And I mean,
Definitely.
I mean, you're saying like that
used to not be like that, like person that would say that, but there is like a kind of a still a stigma in the white or black community about seeing like seeking therapy or seeking or taking medication for any kind of neuroatypical stuff. That man, my mic here is really going out. You know, if you're gonna watch like later, like maybe like next week, I'm gonna have to re-record my half of the Kadesh Flow interview because my mic was just like cut out completely. It's really, really, really weird. I have no idea why. Anyway, it was kind of weird, and maybe this was the start of it. Seeing like seeking therapy, stuff that might be going on.
Exactly.
And thankfully, that is going down. Like more people are understanding. Like you can't just go to church and it'll be okay.
Right.
You know. Yeah, so that's, you know, I was just thinking just about the other song that you so here mark the
Point of view as well, you know.
good to have like
That-
an impartial that
Heck,
actually
yeah.
yeah, I can definitely say that state of mind. You know, like we all have outlets, so
Mhm.
he was saying that he's throwing himself into his art, which is
Thank you.
very sane of you. And it'll be okay.
Right.
You know. Yeah, so that's, you know, I was just thinking just about the other song that you know, so this, let's mark this as depression and therapy. That's definitely, I'm gonna keep that, definitely. I'm gonna take that out. But I am gonna take out I was just thinking that out.
Right.
You know. This needs to go down.
Right.
You know. I was just thinking just about the other song that you sent me, State of Mind. We both were kind of out of it, like during the interview. Like my brain was all over the place. Hey, Chun! Oh, thanks for I just noticed that you were raiding. Oh my God, Chun Raid! How's it going? I was listening so hard to talking about like therapy and stuff. I didn't notice. Thank you. I was super engrossed. I am editing an interview I had with AOLyrical. He is a nerdcore rapper who is putting out some new music later this month. The interview is going to be coming out on Monday, and I'm trying to basically I'm going through my process of like how do I edit the interview and what do I keep and what I take out. And honestly, it's one of the things I do to relax, like do audio editing or like do stuff with sound effects and do stuff with audio dramas and stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. welcome everybody who's joined with the raid. Thank you so much for coming. My name's Morlock, and sometimes I do Twitch Sings with Shun, and sometimes I do audio editing or mix my show called Press Start to Continue. I do nerdcore, hip hop, and video game remixes. Music that I was playing in the background actually is from my playlist of piano and strings music. Um, this that was just from Earthbound. I do sometimes theme shows. If you go to starttocontinue.com, then you'll be able to see like the tons of shows that I've done. I've been doing the show for like 6 years. This month it's Black History Month, so I wanted to do a bunch of interviews. So I'm doing one interview a week with black artists. So the first one of the month, which was on the 4th, was with IQ. The second one was on the 11th, and that was with Vidal Gabriel. And this one coming up is with AOLyrical. We're gonna round out the month with Kadesh Flow. Really, really interesting. I mean, clearly, really interesting discussions. The really interesting thing about interviewing people, and especially about how I try to interview people, is just we're just hanging out talking, and wherever the conversation goes, wherever the conversation goes. And I'll edit it later. Like, if I was really strict and like just ask about the music, ask about this, ask about that, then we wouldn't have this really, really interesting discussion about depression and therapy and how being black affects his music and where he got his name and all that stuff. It's all really, really interesting. And it's not really. I have a few questions that I ask usually. So I ask one, if it's a nerdcore rapper, I'd ask like where did they get their rap name, because those are always interesting things. For the most part I go with the flow, but I always ask like where you get your name. I try to ask how they would define nerdcore. Like if someone just walks up to them on the street, they have no idea what nerdcore is, like what would they tell them nerdcore is? And usually there are a lot of different answers that you get. And especially this month, I'm asking all the artists, how does your race affect your music and affect your career in nerdcore? Because dirty hip hop has always been an incredibly white dominated genre. Lots of white nerd rappers, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But there's been an insurgence of black artists and female artists and LGBT artists that have been coming into nerdcore, which is amazing. And I try to focus on those artists on the show. And since it's Black History Month, like how does that affect you, and how does that affect your music? And the variety of answers that I get it really astonishes me sometimes. Like it's really lots of different stuff to think about. Like with AOLyrical, I say like, how is being black affect you? And he says he's talking about how being black just in America can hit you in really different ways. And then he starts talking about how he deals with that, and it goes into this whole discussion about depression and first world problems and how does this affect that and everything like that. And I hate it so much because it's so interesting, but I have to cut something because I only have an hour. I only have an hour, and I don't want the interview to take up the whole hour. I want to play some music before the interview, so I try to cut them down to about half an hour. But I talked to this man for 45 minutes. So I got to. Oh, it's really tough. So all the blue regions are sections I'm going to keep. So like, this one is how long have you been in the game? Like how long have you been nerdcore rapping? The orange ones are I am using Reaper. It's a great piece of software. It is really, really powerful. A lot of people use Audacity. I used to use Audacity a ton. One, because it's free. And two, it's really good. But this one scores better. And usually DAWs are digital audio workstations. They cost like $200. Programs like that. This one costs $60. This is it has a free trial for 30 days. It costs, yeah, like I said, it costs like $60 one time, and you can install it on as many computers as you want. If you are a company, then it costs like 200 or something. It is so good, and once you start learning like a little bit of it, like I'm only scratching the surface. If you produce music, then people use this to produce like amazing music, stuff like that. So there's macros, and there's themes, and there's like no two people's Reaper will work the same. Not at all. Like I have different macros and that other people won't, because I do podcasts and other people make music. So yeah, like if I make a region and I say cut, then it'll automatically turn red, things like that. But it's at reaper.fm. Reaper.fm. Highly suggest, if you do any audio work, then I highly say it. I do video editing software as well, and I use Movie Maker for the video and Audacity for the audio. I used Audacity for years. Like I only started using Reaper like last year or something. I used to do Press Start to Continue on Audacity. Like, and people were like, "Oh, you should try this. You should try that." I'm like, "No, why would I change?" Shotcut. I don't know Shotcut. For video stuff, I don't do a lot of video editing. I mostly put images to Press Start audio so I can put it on my YouTube channel. But I'm looking into Shotcut. I don't know what that is though. Is that just video? Is that video editing software, or is that like specifically for streaming, or the open source app from? You like it? It's super cheap. It's video, but you can add audio. Yeah. I might actually check that out, because right now I'm using Cyber Director, or Power Director, and it's good. I probably will stick with it. I got it off of where did I get off? Humble Bundle. There was a Humble Bundle with audio and with like a video workstation stuff. I got that, and like later on I got Vegas. Power Director is much better. Neat. Yeah, I will definitely check it out. It's free. Nerd. Did you have fun? I saw you playing Twitch things. Did you have fun? It's music again. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, nice. I don't think I'm gonna be able to play tomorrow, cause oh sweet, you did? That's awesome. That's really cool. I don't think I'll be able to play tomorrow because I'm going with my friend to see Battle Angel, or Alita Battle Angel, or wherever it is, tomorrow afternoon. And tomorrow night I'm gonna be hanging out with my wife because of the, culturally mandated couples celebration. So, but yeah, I'm probably gonna do some Twitch things on yeah, definitely. I'm probably gonna do some Twitch things on maybe Friday
afternoon or Saturday. Um, I think we're gonna have. I usually have the house myself on Saturday, so I might be doing some Twitch things then. You should send me some duets. That's what you should be doing. Definitely. So we can play in all that stuff. Really fun. You did? Thanks. Oh man. To sing you mean Imagine All-Star People? I did sing it all. I did a full video. He was confused. That's awesome. Yeah, I did today I did a full version of Imagine All-Star People. And I was like on my stream. Thunder? What's that? Thunder. Oh! Oh, I thought you meant Imagine by... Oh, okay. I don't know any Imagine Dragons. Like, whatsoever. Like, the first time I heard about Imagine Dragons was because the Gregory brothers were doing a country version of Radioactive. Oh... That's awesome. I was actually practicing a few different mashups on my stream today, this afternoon, and I was practicing some, and like I found some that were really good. Problem is that they're mashups like from DJs, so like the verses match up, but then they did editing and they made the music fit the words, so they move stuff around and everything. So there are a couple songs that you just can't do, fortunately, because they sound really good. Like what is it? I'll look this up now. Stronger, like a Kelly Clarkson song in front of Michael Jackson. Let's see where it is. So this stuff here. Yeah. Can you feel the love tonight in Sexual Healing? This one actually kind of fits. Smells Like Billy's Spirit. That kind of fits. Obviously, Call Me a Hole. That's one I did before. This one is weird. It only goes like the first couple verses of Black Hole Sun, so that's not the full song. Imagine All-Star People, and then What Doesn't Kill You Make You Stronger, and does that. The problem is that the chorus goes over a looped part of the song, so that doesn't actually fit. It kind of sucks. This one I just found. Oh, see, Smells Like Teen Spirit goes with everything. It's insane. Like you can sing, yeah. This one, I am gonna do this one the next time I can, because it sounds really great. Let me I'll put the link in the chat to a SoundCloud. It sounds really good. And it completely fits. I went through the whole song just making sure it fit. Then there's this one, Walk the Dinosaur and Dear Prudence. Spell. Dear Prudence. Yeah, that one's really good too. This one sounds weird as hell. Why do birds like Close to You and Black Hole Sun? It fits and it's just so creepy. So yeah, those are things I'm gonna try to figure out. So I need to look into that more because I love doing mashups. Like mashups are some of my favorite kinds of music, and I need to yes. Why do birds suddenly appear? Time you are near. Just like me, they long to be. Do you? It's so freaky. Hear it. It's so. Sean, let's settle down. Yeah, it's really just doing Imagine All-Star People and Call Me a Whole is just so cool. The problem is that I don't know if the whole song will fit. I need to test that out too. There's a lot with mashups just to. I will. Let me DM it to you. This is just something I've been working on myself. I'll DM it to you. I can't. I haven't added you as a friend. What? Craziness. That's what I say. Oh, DM me in Discord. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll definitely do that. Where are you? I'll figure it out. Oh, there you are. There you go, buddy. Yeah, I have a bunch of mashups and I went through like all of them just looking at there are a bunch that actually would really work. The problem is that they like there was one with Snow Scrubs and Highway to Heaven, which what? Yeah. So it's No Scrubs and Highway to Heaven, but we don't have Highway to Heaven or like some Green Day, like some Green Day mashups. There's a couple that use the music for Wonderwall, which, you know, obviously I had What's the Story, Morning Glory, because old, but yeah, it was like if they add some Green Day and some oh man, what is that band's name? So much good stuff, seriously. Oasis. That's what it is. If they add like Green Day and Oasis, I would be so happy. Pinned it. Oh man. There's so much people can do. Like if they had Modest Mouse, there's something I can do. If they had the Killers, there's stuff. There's just so much. Like once they start adding more music, we can do a bunch of mashups. Trust me. That is going to happen. It is going to happen. Alright, have a good night, Chun. Thanks for coming in, and thanks for being so excited with mashups with me. And thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it, and I hope everybody can stick around and hang out and listen to more really interesting discussions about nerdcore and being black in America and stuff like that. Bye, Chun. Have a good night. Chun's so awesome. Church. Let's see. Where were we? I was just thinking just about the other song that you sent me, State of Mind. I think that really dovetails. So that's the intro to State of Mind. Mind. It's a new song that he's just coming out with. Really, it's really awesome. So cool that I get to talk to all these like really interesting people. I feel really lucky. Sent me State of Mind. I think that really dovetails into this because just think about that and think about how you create your music. Spray Can Hitman, how's it going? Oh, what's this? My name's Morlock, and I am I host a show called Press Start to Continue, where I play video game remixes and nerdcore hip hop. There are links down in my description below the channel, and I am doing interviews with a bunch of black nerdcore artists for Black History Month. I've done this for the past couple years. This is an interview with AOLyrical. He is a nerdcore artist from Oakland, I believe. It's on the West Coast. I forget where. I don't think he's in Oakland. I forget. Yeah. So I'm just like 2/3 done. I'm going through the whole interview, picking out swears and the blue parts are parts that I'm gonna definitely keep for the broadcast version of the interview. The orange parts are stuff I'm gonna cut out for the broadcast and then keep in for the uncut version that's gonna be on the website. I keep all of the full interviews on the website at starttocontinue.com/interviews. I have a ton, actually. This is my website right here. You know, when it loads up and everything. Yeah, this is my website, Press Start to Continue. And this is the last show on the 11th. It's every Monday. Premieres on Valley Free Radio every Monday. And really part of what I play is music that you're hearing right now. You can see on the bottom of the screen. This is music. I can't really. What is this? The Jizz Assin. Oh, Nostalvania. Nostalvania is great. So yeah, I play stuff like this, and a bunch of other stuff. And here are the interviews that I've had, like Adam Warrock, and like going back to 2013. I started April 2013 with the show. So yeah, IQ and Fidel Gabriel, and really like I try to be really chill and everything with the interviews. So they really go interesting places. MC Frontalot, who coined the term nerdcore, there was a whole like 7 minutes where we were talking about programming on the Commodore 64. Which is always interesting. You know, stuff like that just comes out. It's like, it's really interesting. Yeah. So right now, like, we're getting towards the end. I still have, like, I don't know what the hell we were talking about for 8 minutes. So that'll be interesting. Like, I did this, how long ago was this? This was, I don't know, like last week before. So I don't even remember what the hell I was talking about. So tonight I do Twitch Sings. That's how I met Chun, and I do Twitch Sings, and and I also do editing like this. I do my show. If you check back on the channel, there's videos called The Art of Mixing, Press Start to Continue, and that's where I do the playlist and mix it all together. And I record my voice parts, like you're listening to Press Start to Continue on Valley Free Radio, WXOJLP 103.3 FM in Northampton, Massachusetts. So do that, and I also do audio, like short form audio dramas, and help edit audio stuff for some people. So you'll see me editing audio a bunch on here too. Actually, my audio drama is coming back. It's called the Fleet News Service. It's a fictional news service in a sci-fi world of the Terran Stellar Navy. So me and my friends make up stories of what would happen in this universe and report on it like NPR or BBC. It's pretty fun. All the stuff I do is on planetside.pro. If you check that out. Sweet. I'm glad that you can. Yeah, Chun just went to bed. She just raided with a party, which was really great. So, yeah, stick around. I'm pretty chill. Basically, I do this, and I started to do this tonight because I just wanted to relax. And this is something that really relaxes me. Audio editing is like putting together a puzzle. It's really an audio puzzle. It's really fun. We met through Twitch Sings, actually. I was doing Twitch Sings, and either she came into my channel or I like, no, I saw her doing duets, so I did some of her duets, and then I followed her, and she came into my channel. That's that. Twitch Sings is bringing the world together. So cool.
But what can you tell me about State of Mind?
Oh man, are you serious? Something was going on with my mic. I swear to God, something was going on with my mic, and it's making everything trail off. Oh man. Video game remixes are so all over the place. About State of Mind. That sounds better.
Oh man, so for the ones that are listening, State of Mind is actually a exclusive song that's gonna be premiered on this podcast right here.
Hey, thanks. Thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. So awesome.
Right here.
Restart exclusive. Restart exclusive.
And so the process of this song came to be where I was just working on the song as usual and whatnot, and then
turn down this music a little bit. Just a little. I will. What? So spray can image. What do you stream about? What do you do on your channel?
And so the process of this song came to be where I was just working on the song as usual and whatnot, and then one of my friends, Tristan, aka Tico, he comes in and he's all like, "Hey bro, that's a dope beat. Let me get on it." And I'm like, I wasn't planning on it.
Ooh. Hell yeah, I'm gonna follow you. Jesus. What, are you kidding me? That sounds awesome. Graffiti art is so interesting to me. Yeah, let's go follow you right now. Blam. There we go. Followed. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Like, graffiti art it can be so wild and can be so, like, all over the place, and it really is just, but it's also contained by, like, the limit of the surface that you're painting on, and what kind of spray paint you use, or what kind of art that you're trying to do. I really liked, I don't know if you saw Into the Spider-Verse, but the focus on graffiti art, that was really cool. Yeah. Quality. When you're trying to get to a certain place, or like hanging upside down to finish your work or something.
And so the process of this song came to be where I was just working on the song as usual and whatnot, and then one of my friends, Tristan, aka Tico, he comes in and he's all like, "Hey bro, that's a dope beat. Let me get on it." And I'm like, I wasn't planning on it. I was gonna do like 2 or maybe 3 verses depending on how the beat pans out. And I was gonna kill him myself, and he was all like, "Oh, come on, bro, I got you." And I was all like, "All right, let's go." And then he was just all like, "Oh, hey, I don't mind, stay. I'm trying to help all my niggas." And then he just killed it. And
Okay, so this came up before. I'm always going back and forth on if I should bleep out that.
I help all my niggas.
You know, like, it's, I don't think that it's I've had a lot of about that. I don't say it all that much myself, but you know, I think it has, there's a lot of stuff going on there. I usually default to it's gonna be on broadcast radio, so I mute, basically, if there's, when I was doing the programming direction at my station, I always told my programmers, like, if you think that it should be muted, then it probably should be. That's pretty much what. Like, I don't mute it in songs because I think that kind of changes the content. Like, especially since on my station you can play whatever music after 10 o'clock. So that kind of helps. That's why my show is split up, like video game remixes first hour, nerdcore hip hop in the second hour, because my show airs 9 to 11. So after 10 I can play whatever I want. Now I don't have to censor anything. God. So, but yeah, if you think it should be censored and you're on the radio, then you probably should censor it.
Niggas.
Okay, so we're just gonna isolate that. Let's just
Niggas.
Alright, so we're gonna make a region here, and we're just gonna call it swear, even though I don't think it's a swear, but it's a macro. It turns it yellow. Yellow means I have to get a beep file and put it right here and beep it out. That just makes it easy. As you can see, there are regions all the hell over the place. You know what? I thought there would be more yellow, more swears, but I guess he didn't swear that much.
Like an hour.
Interesting.
And then he just killed it, and I was all like, okay, let's get it. And then we recorded that song in about 15 minutes. He came through, he wrote the verse in about 5-10 minutes. I already had my verse down, and before he came, and I recorded that in about like 10 minutes. Wrote it in about 5-10 minutes as well, and the whole process was done in about 15-20 minutes or so. And it's an exclusive off my EP called. And it's an exclusive.
15 minutes. And I'm sitting here. This man wrote and recorded a song within like an hour, and it's awesome. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, man.
And it's an exclusive off my EP called the Black Tape EP.
Let's cut this part here. I'm going to snip this out.
Called the Black Tape EP.
We're going to spread it out a little bit, just not as much as it was before.
Called the Black Tape
That sounds better.
EP. All the beats are gonna be produced by Apollo Brown, which is a great, amazing Detroit producer from Detroit. He's so great, so great, and he reminds me of DJ Premier and like Q-Tip, but just way more grittier, way more. Oh my god! But
I can see that.
Heck
I can. Okay, I'm clipping a little bit there. If this gets red, then that means I'm clipping, and that's a little too loud. One of my problems when I'm recording is I can back off the mic a bunch. Detroit producer. I'll tell you the secret. He was kind of gone by this time. he might have been partaking a little bit during the interview. It was cool though. See that? I can definitely see that. And I mean, thanks for premiering this track
problem.
on Press Start to Continue. And also just putting stuff out in like 15-20 minutes, man. Alright, that's definitely gonna be bam. So we're gonna drink that down. And there's a weird pause there. I was saying this before, and I'm sure you understand, Spray, that like doing creative stuff like this, especially like editing stuff, it is a exercise and a retentive. Like, okay, like especially when I'm mixing songs together in the show, it can be like, okay, this is half a beat off and it sounds bad. Okay, now I'm shifting it by a microsecond and now it sounds perfect. Like minutes, man. Just putting out all this art, like. All right, so see if that made sense. That's much better. Putting out all this art, like it's like, oh, we'll just definitely very much so. Just putting out all this art, like it's like these clicks here. I think he was doing something with his keyboard. Putting out something there, so I'm gonna take off ripple editing. That. Just putting out all this art, like it's like, oh, we'll just lay it down. Okay, it's done and it's great.
I try to do my best with all the recordings. I tell you what, I took like maybe 2 or 3 years off. I was really kind of buzzing a little bit with sounds, with like hecka plays on SoundCloud, and I took like
Hold down viewers with creative. Oh, I don't know. I've just started. This is because Chun is amazing and rated. Usually I get like 1 or 2, which is fine. most of the reason why, I mean, honestly, like one of the reasons I started streaming, doing the show and doing editing and stuff like that is to keep myself on task. Because I would do it by myself, and I'd be like, I'm doing this, and then I'd get distracted, and then I do this, and I get distracted. But now, if I'm streaming, then I think, okay, so people might be watching later, people might be interested in what I'm doing, and it keeps me talking about like what I'm, so it keeps me engaged. So this is like, especially like you guys here, interested in what I'm doing. This really keeps me on task and keeps me going to finish this up. So because it can be tough. It can be tough, like when you're doing something like this, because especially audio stuff, it's not really a group thing, Yeah. See, right at the top, because his name starts with A. And all right, you spotlight product. Yeah, that's a good way. Yeah, exactly. You can see me doing things, so that means I can't slack. Top, because his name starts with A. And so where did I?
I'm like, I can knock shit out and on my.
There's one. I knew there was a. Shit.
I can knock shit out and. Shit out.
I think it's just.
Shit.
Yeah, right there. Swear to me.
Knock shit out, and all my lyrics are A1.
So I mean, you just
Shit out, and all my lyrics are A1.
So I mean, you just like you said, you just pour like everything you can into this music, and that really shows. I mean, speaking of your SoundCloud and everything, I just want to make sure everybody knows, if you go to starttocontinue.com /artists, you can see a list of all the artists that I play. AOLyrical is obviously right at the top, because his name starts with A. And good job with that name. Just appears at the top of any list. That's another thing. Like, I don't know if I don't really think about it, but I laugh a ton, especially when I'm doing interviews. Like if I'm having fun, and I try and sometimes I don't think about like me flipping or how close I am to the mic, because I'm just hanging out, Good job. Good job with that name. Just appears at the top of any listing. There's Bandcamps there, Facebook, SoundCloud, YouTube. That's one thing I should do though, because if I don't lean into the mic enough, or if I don't have the mic sensitivity up enough, then it doesn't pick me up, and that's no good because it peters out. Listerine. It peters out. The Listerine doesn't sound good. There's Bandcamps there, Facebook. However, I make a very good point to make sure that the show does not sound too professional. So people don't expect too much. It's just me up in my room with this unguarded mic. I really need to get a pop filter and a better way to record, but lazy. No, you know how it is. On Cloud, YouTube, go check that stuff out. Those links will also be on the show notes. If you listen on podcast, and it's right below. If you are listening on either About Radio or Pulse 96.1, then you can go to starttocontinue.com, look for this date, and you'll be able to see that. Is there anything
Start.
else you want to talk about, like before we go into state of mind?
Not really, man. Just check out my Spotify.
Oh, your
Check
Spotify,
out.
yes.
Oh, you're all good. Just check out my Spotify. Check out my mixes on.
It is. Um, I actually, I keep forgetting to do that. And honestly, I need to get, like, I really like my mic, but it is, um, it's not unidirectional. So, uh, at some point I should get a new mic, but I don't do enough like recording work or voice work to do it. But if I start doing more, but honestly, before I get a new mic, I should probably pad the other room because I want to start doing more voice work, like voice acting. I've done that a few times, and it's really really fun. I really like doing it. Uh, yeah, doing stuff with my voice is really fun. Just singing or um, streaming or uh, doing voice acting. It's all fun.
And song. Mega Man
Oh,
Cypher.
nice. All right.
On my first verse.
All right. So I think I skipped over something. Oh yeah, I was back here. I want to make sure I don't miss any swears over here. Bit of voice. Oh, dude. Let me tell you, I know some voice actors. If you and also if you go to a casting call club, and you can put casting call out, and check and you can do that if you're gonna be doing editing and you need voice actors, then lots of people, like lots of amateur voice actors or semi-professional voice actors would want to do that. Um, just have a good project. You should definitely do it. Let me know. What series would you want to bridge?
Not really, man. Just
Oh, your
check
Spotify,
out.
yes.
Oh, you're all good. Just check out my Spotify. Check out my mixes on SoundCloud through my songs, through other people's songs. Usually, would have AO mix. Check out Otaku Gang SoundCloud. Check out our Facebook page. Like my Facebook page, AOLyrical. Like our Twitter page, the Real Otaku Gang. Like my page, AOLyrical 23. And yeah, it's all
Yeah,
good.
man.
Check out all my mixes. I want you guys to check out that Mega Ran song with me, IQ, Kadesh.
You know what? Keep your eye on excuse me. Keep your eye on Humble Bundle. Because they have video production bundles, like it seems like every few months. Something nostalgia. Like, yeah, maybe. Something people the most important thing about a bridge series is something that people know, that you could put your own spin on. For a while I don't know how to video edit, so it was kind of, but I wanted to do a Justice League abridged series, like like the DC animated universe Justice League animated abridged series. I think that would be really fun. Yeah. But I have, Young Justice. Oh god. Two of the best DC anythings on in any visual medium, I swear. Like any video medium. Just so good. The new season of Young Justice it's just fucking amazing. It's just amazing. I love it. And it just ended, yeah, me too. Just ended in like teen. We're not gonna get the back half of the season until June
unfortunately. I don't know why they premiered him like that. They could have been showing him like once a week, one episode a week, or even two episodes a week. They could have stretched that out more, but just wanted to do 3 episodes a week. It was kind of odd, I guess. Um, but hey, it's DC. DC does a lot of weird things. Starting on like the Dio stuff. I've been a DC fan since like the late 90s. I actually got into comics really late in like technically late at in terms of comic fans. Like I started reading when I was like 17, 19. And just went into it from there. Like before that, all I saw was just cartoons, animation, um Super Friends, Challenge of Super Friends, stuff like that. And so like I knew everything about the characters, movies and everything. I never really got into the comics. I never really got into superhero comics until that. My first superhero comic was Spider-Man 2099. And I love that so much. That was such a good book. Peter David is a god. But then I didn't read until I didn't really get really into it until 7, I think. Is 2099 was like in 1903 or 4. I'll age myself here. I started reading Spider-Man 2099 from... Is it though? Is it? Is it godly? So I started reading 2099 from we were getting it at a newsstand. When me and my mom went to go get like our glasses fixed or something in Northampton. There was the Northampton newsstand, and I would buy comics there. I would buy Spider-Man 2099 there. Foil covers and everything. Jeez. I actually haven't been reading Doomsday Clock. Yeah, I'm pretty old. Yeah, newsstand, yeah. And I could go off on how the death of the newsstand, or like the death of the newsstand has affected the comic, has so affected the comic industry. Getting old is weird, especially when you have hobbies that skew so young. Like I really love video games. I really love comics, and I'm perpetually having... Oh, you're almost 30? That's cute. I'm just kidding. Like I'm perpetually having friends that are like 25. It's really weird. I'm damn near 40. Oh, yeah, it's really weird, like hanging out with people and they're like, "Oh man, Imagine Dragons." And I'm like, "What is that? Like Figment? Like from Disney? Is that what you're talking about?" Yeah, old grandpa.
Check out Otaku Gang SoundCloud. Check out our Facebook page. Like my Facebook page, AOLyrical. Like our Twitter page, the Real Otaku Gang. Like my...
Yeah, I don't know. Imagine... I was just thinking of Imagine Dragons because John mentioned it before.
AOLyrical 23. And yeah, it's all good. Man. Check out all my mixes. I want you guys to check out that Mega Ran song with me, IQ, Kadesh Flow, Nightwing, Kick Flames, Ishada, and
Jesus,
Richie Branson. And
man, there's a lot going on there. I'm gonna have to look. Like once I finish editing this, before I put it up online, I'm actually gonna have to listen through it again because he's calling out a lot of people and I gotta find a link to that. I think it's a cipher that Mega Ran did with all these people. I think I actually have it. I don't know. I don't know.
Richie Branson, and I mixed the entire song. It's a Mega Man song,
Yeah.
Mega Man
Oh,
cipher.
nice. All right.
I'm on first.
All right, that's clipping definitely.
I'm on,
Loud ass laugh. That everything. Go. All right.
I'm on first verse. I killed all, bro.
How did I miss that? Just extend this all the way here. So one cool thing I found out about that, you can adjust a section of the track and then scroll it, and it'll whatever you did with that first section, it'll cover the rest. Really awesome.
Killed all, bro.
How did I miss that one? I gotta get that. I love ciphers like that. All right. So yeah, definitely check out there's so much. It's really funny. I'm like, oh man, I'm like Spotify. Oh yeah, Spotify, that's a thing. It's fun calling yourself old. Yeah, what's a Spotify? Oh yeah, Spotify, that's a thing. Like, oh, people don't download their music no more. What is this about? Anyway, self-deprecating music. Oh man, I love this song. What is it? World of Piano? Piano? Yes, klutz. Yeah, I should really go to Spotify. I should really mention any music that you've seen scrolling on the bottom. I've downloaded from Overclock Remix. If you go to OC Remix, Overclock Remix, so ocremix.org, it's all free, and it's where I get the bulk of my music for the first hour of Press Start. Tons of really great stuff. This mix is all piano and strings. When you think about video game remixes, you don't really think about like piano or guitar or banjo or bluegrass and stuff like that. But they're so much more than just like electronica and house and stuff like that. So go to ocremix.org, or you can go to starttocontinue.com and look at all those artists that I have there. Mentioned bluegrass. Yeah. If you like bluegrass, there is a band called the Hit Points that I actually did an interview with a little while ago. And they do bluegrass covers of video games, of video game music. It's really great. They have a fiddle, they have guitar, I think they have banjo on a couple of them. It's really, really good. If you don't listen to a lot of bluegrass, it's all right. One thing I actually, it's kind of funny. You think about bluegrass, it's basically jazz for white people. It's like from Appalachia, but there's still this really strong component of improvisation and stuff. So, it's definitely jazz for white people. Just like country is blues for white. It's just, anyway. Oh, people don't download their music no more. What is this about? Anyway, this is State of Mind. AOLyrical, thank you so much for being on Press Start to Continue. Really appreciate it.
It's all good, Morlock. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
This is State of Mind. It's featuring Tico. It's from AOLyrical's new project, the
Black Tape EP with all Apollo Brown beats. It's about to be 5, 6, or 7 tracks. Definitely 7 tracks. Just Just fucking with people. But yeah,
There it is.
just fucking with people. Fuck.
Up. That. Oops. Wrong button. There we go. Now the cool thing about regions that I would say is, you know, you highlight and you can shrink and grow it like as much as you want, right? But if you just double click it, then it highlights that area. So then you can snip it, whatever. It's really super useful. Alright, this is definitely gonna clip. I don't even need to listen to it.
Just fucking with people. But yeah, definitely 7-track EP, and it will be out around February. I'm always loosely with my dates and whatnot. I drop tapes, I promote it time to time and whatnot, but definitely this will be one of the tapes I promote because I'm dropping 5 projects this year.
Jesus. Alright. They probably all took like, you know, like an hour to put together, all told.
All about that there.
I swear to God, 15 minutes for like a dope ass song. Like what? Hate you and your goddamn talent. Like an hour to put together, all told.
All about it.
It's still too loud. Like an hour to put together, all told.
All about that there. The 3 projects are done. I got a few big features and whatnot. So
Nice.
when you have me back, I'll expose them.
All right. So this is so it's from the Black Tapes EP, and that should be out for everybody within the next few weeks at most.
Exactly.
So yeah, thanks you so much for being on. This is State of Mind featuring Tico, AOLyrical. You're listening to Press Start to continue.
Press start.
Cool. That is that. Right, so that is the entire. This over here is when I was trying to get some tags. So like you're listening to Press Start to continue. You're listening to Press Start to continue on Valley Free Radio and stuff like that. So we can leave that for later. I have a bunch of those that I just haven't done yet. So, yeah, so all the yellow is swears. All the orange is stuff that take out. What are we at? 44 minutes. Oh, shoot. That's right. All right. So, there is... State of Mind. Right. God damn. I have to cut out so much. We're at 48 goddamn minutes. Jesus. This is talk about like depression and stuff. I'm gonna have to snip more of that. I'm gonna have to get into this like really nitty gritty. Cause what do we got like? So that is. Let's add this up. That's a minute 16. So minute 16, 6:16. That is another. So like 7 minutes. That is another. So 8.5 minutes. That'll be 40 minutes. Jesus. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go through this another time. Another night. And
and see what's up. We're gonna cut out this part here, but that's just like 7 seconds, yeah. So that doesn't make any difference. So some more of this is gonna have to turn orange, before we're done. Because I really want this to be at least 35 minutes, you know? If it's gotta be 40, it's gotta be 40. That's fine. That'll be 20 minutes for music in the first half, but it's on, like, the show is on, if you're in North Chicago, the show is on, I think, Friday nights at 9 Central. So, I don't want the whole show to be interview, because people, like, they listen to it, they're going out on Friday night, you know, but this is important. It's important stuff. So, but I think I'm gonna call it here. So, man, we're up to 10 viewers. Jesus, this is the most I've ever had, honestly. So awesome. It's so cool. To see everybody here and to see everybody that might actually be interested in what I'm doing. It's really great. So let's do a raid. Let's see. Bad and Tilted is doing Twitch Sings right now. So let's do a raid with him. I just want to say again, thank you so much for everybody that's watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the music, and I hope you enjoyed the chat. I love talking to people in chat while I'm working. It's great. I stream audio stuff. I stream Twitch Sings, and sometimes I stream video games. I play a lot of Dragon Ball FighterZ as well. So if you're interested, hit the follow button. If you are interested in my radio show, press start to continue, then you can click the links on the bottom. Follow me on Twitch or Twitter. It's at Press Start Lock. Let me put this information up on the screen. Blam! There you go. At Press Start Lock on Twitter, Facebook.com/start to continue and starttocontinue.com. If you are interested in any of the other shows I do, I actually engineer a few other shows, podcasts. There's Evidence-Based Radio, which is actually my wife's radio show. It's about science and skepticism. If you're interested in like hardcore science and like learning stuff about that, then she's stupid smart and really entertaining. I also am a member of Civil Politics. It's a political show. On Fridays, every Friday night, 7 on Valley Free Radio. And if you go to civilpoliticsradio.com, then you can see that. There's another project that I'm trying to start up with my friend, but I won't get into that right now. But with everything I do, go to planetside.pro, planetside.pro, or Planetside Productions. That's the podcast network that I've basically gathered all of the stuff I do for Warmth under that label. So yeah, planetside.pro. So let's do a raid on Bad and Tilted. Great. Just Twitch Sings is really fun. So thanks again for everybody that came to visit. Remember to follow me and get the notifications so you all know when I'm gonna be live again, because I have a random ass schedule. Alright, I'll talk to you guys next time.